Yo, welcome back to the Catman show. We got another episode of Catman's Week. What has Catman been doing this week? He's been improving in every way possible. He can now run for a really long time. The total distance that he's capable of running is as of yet unmeasured, but I think at this point it might be infinite amount of distance. I've broken through the barriers. I'm unstoppable. If you ain't on your running grind, what are you even doing? That's important shit. When I get run this high, I feel like I can just do anything. I feel like I can kick the head off a dog. Running will change your life for real. You gotta be on that grind. Now I want to share some music with you all. Some albums I've been enjoying this week that will inspire you to make drastic positive changes to your life. First we got Pepito Porque Me Diesta, something like that, by Wendy Sulca. I'm a sucker for wine though, I can't lie. Even if it's sung by a 10-year-old child. However old she is, I don't know. Yeah, that's what I've been spending my time doing this week. I've been listening to music made by a fucking 10-year-old. For real though, this genre is so ridiculously compact with melodies. So insanely joyous and life-affirming. I mean, it just makes me feel great. And this album is really something you can't hate on. It's just a kid making happy music after all. Next we got People Hold On by Eddie Kendricks. Really a very spiritually uplifting experience. Eddie Kendricks is a very conscious guy, you know. He's trying to raise people up. He's trying to fix society. Some of this music, it progresses a lot. It starts out based, and then it progresses to becoming more based than you ever previously thought possible. Nice variation of styles across the album. The title track sounds very much like a seance or something. Very, very soulful album. With a great funk influence too, sometimes quite a subtle funk influence. This music is liable to make you move, it's liable to make you groove, so beware. Next we got Throwing Muses by Throwing Muses. Pretty cool, it's quite emotional and kinda like oppressive too. There's this one song about a closeted gay guy repressing his sexuality. Thought it was pretty interesting. It all sounds so cluttered and active. Like there's no reprise, no mental silence. The singer here, she's deranged. And you know, usually this type of deranged post-punk singing women do is really annoying to me, but it works a lot here. There's a lot of emotion in it. It is always generally cool to hear indie rock from the 80s because I've never been super acquainted with the genre's origin. I'm much more of a Pixies onwards sort of guy overall. Next we got Selfish by Will Wood. Really mental stuff, like really over the top theatrical dark cabaret with awesome saxophones and this piano that worms its way into everything. The most mental part is Will Wood himself though. Fucking weirdo insane vocals with lots of confidence and no care in the world about seeming goofy. Really, this album is like a carnival or something. It has that sort of energy. It's great though. It makes me so hype. Next we got Cantar by Gal Costa. That's right, we're Joy Maxing this week with some Gal Costa. Actually, it's been ages since I checked out a Gal Costa album that I hadn't already heard. Immediately, this album is delicious and reminded me why I love her. Just so sweet, so nice. It actually tempered the peaking aggression I was consumed by before I started listening to this. The sound palette on this album is so colourful. Love the use of horns especially, and the guitar is always so gentle but so cool too. And it has those swelling strings that I love so much from this type of music, used quite subtly. The production really is amazing, so detailed, everything coming from different directions in the mix. Caetano Veloso produced it. That makes a lot of sense actually. This album feels so like safe. Like nothing bad could possibly happen. So many amazing songs. There's some songs where not much even happens and they're still amazing because they're so blissful. This album is however very front loaded in my opinion, but it's still baller. Not gonna lie, I've just not been enjoying movies lately. Maybe I've just been unlucky and just had loads of bad picks lately. But I end up watching some really boring shit and turning it off halfway through. And the last film I watched was Badlands, which is a movie about a fucking nonce. I was like, are you fucking joking? How have I accidentally picked this nonce film to watch? Martin Sheen needs to go to fucking Pitbull Island. Fuck it, this is just gonna be a list of people who need to go to Pitbull Island now. Donald Trump. It's becoming blatantly obvious he needs to go to Pitbull Island. I mean, you can get most of these politician dickheads just on assumption, but shit's getting serious with that now. JD Vance, I couldn't point to anything wrong he's done, but I don't trust him at all. And you know, usually I would be against throwing people on Pitbull Island if they haven't been proven to be a menace. But I actually believe this man to be the Antichrist, so the circumstances are a little different. I don't know, it's just vibes really. The vibes are wrong. Who else needs to go? Patricia Taxon. They groom kids. They have a mad history of controversy. Their music sucks as well, so we'd be spared from all that. They look like they can take a few pit bulls. They'll probably do fine on the island. Jeremy Vine should have to go to the island too. He's not a nonce or anything. I would never call him that. He's just being sent there for being a dickhead. Also, I am convinced that this country will become 1984 to fuck, considering we've already had songs with explicit lyrics on Spotify locked away. Shit's fucked up. While we're on the topic of Spotify though, I do find it a bit weird how much everyone scrambles to get away because the CEO supports Israel. I mean, probably most companies are donating to Israel. When you get taxed, that goes to Israel. You're forced to support Israel basically. And the only way to stop supporting Israel is to overthrow your government. But that's not gonna happen. And so people resign themselves to finding the most perceived ethical way to continue being a consumer. They find the most ethical way to continue being a slave. And consumerism is the perfection of slavery, really. You've been given a million distractions that you're perfectly satisfied with. And so the chance of something like revolution becomes incredibly slim and actually seems unrealistic to most people, as if they've not happened countless times throughout history. I'm not saying don't leave Spotify. Do whatever you think's best. But what I'm saying is at the end of the day, it really isn't that deep whether you use Spotify or not, because you are a slave. And you're trying to be ethical by consuming in the way that has been deemed correct. We all know that slavery isn't ethical. But what people forget is that goes both ways. It's not ethical to be a slave. You're living unethically anyway. You're forced to live unethically. Major shifts have to happen to make that change. And you can either shed off all your false skin, or you can make these tiny changes in your life, like swapping from Spotify to Tidal, which isn't gonna do anything but make you feel like you did the right thing socially because everybody else is doing it. It is all quite fucked up really, the way society currently operates. So yeah, stop using it if you want, but in the big picture it doesn't make any difference. That's the sad thing really. I guess I'm just calling for some recognition of how shit really is. But yeah, I think I'll end it there. Subscribe to the Catman Show, leave a like, leave a comment. Goodbye.